It's the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Wednesday, May 7th. This is James Spann. Most of Alabama dry this afternoon. However, we've got a big cluster of storms moving on the Gulf Coast. In fact, let's go right to the radar. We are live at 2:55, and this is your classic MCS, mesoscale convective system, and just a big old mass of rain moving on the Gulf Coast. The rain is beginning now over Dauphin Island and southern Mobile County. The rain will be creeping over toward Fort Morgan and Gulf Shores soon. Rain should begin in Mobile soon. And really, there's nothing severe with this. There's a bit of thunder and lightning, but the main deeper convection is well offshore. But the one thing about this MCS is that tends to cut off the good inflow of moisture into the rest of the state. So that should keep the rest of Alabama relatively dry this evening and tonight. Here's the upper air look, and the Omega block beginning to break down. That lead upper low is beginning to open up and lift out over New England. And the low back to the west is still there. It's going to be a slow mover. It's sitting in a kind of a broad zone from the southwest to the southern plain states. And the presence of that thing will keep our weather unsettled through early next week. We'll check the visible satellite view, and you can see there's kind of a nice break in the clouds over the eastern half of the state. Places like Anniston, Oxford, Montgomery, Auburn, Opelika, Eufaula, Dothan. It's a really nice day. The sky there mostly sunny and very pleasant. To the west, we've got clouds over West Alabama, Mississippi, and down to the south near the Gulf Coast. And again, there's the regional radar composite, and you can see that big MCS, big old mass of rain coming through southeast Louisiana, South Mississippi, and extreme southwest Alabama. Temperatures are mostly in the 70s. Across the state, Birmingham at 76, Huntsville 71. The warm spot, Dothan, they've got 79. We've got flash flood watches in effect for 3 counties in southwest Alabama, Mobile, Washington, and Baldwin. And the adjacent counties in South Mississippi, South Louisiana under a flood watch, and that's for that mesoscale convective system coming through there this evening. And really around the nation, it's pretty quiet other than that. Here's the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. We have marginal risks over parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas in advance of the upper low. A marginal risk around Savannah and Jacksonville. And again for Alabama, a marginal risk for Mobile and Baldwin counties and the western tip of the Florida Panhandle. Very low risk here. The bulk of the heavier storms will likely stay well offshore. Just good old-fashioned rain likely there. So tomorrow, we've got a fairly large marginal risk set up across parts of the southeastern states, and that marginal risk includes a fairly decent part of Alabama. And again, this is a very low-end threat. Now, there's a closer look at that. They've taken out the southwestern counties of the state, and it's conceivable there might be a strong storm or two somewhere. But I think a pretty good chunk of tomorrow, much like today, will be dry. But no doubt there could be a few scattered strong storms forming tomorrow afternoon. And then on day 3, which is Friday, we have the same thing, just a very low-end marginal risk over the southeastern part of the state, south and east of Montgomery. And we're just not that concerned about severe storms over the next week or so. But a lot of rain. This is the rain for the next 7 days, valid through Wednesday morning of next week. And again, the areas in yellow on this map, that would represent rain amounts exceeding 4 inches, kind of in a broad zone from Mobile to Dothan up to Eufaula and Phoenix City. For the rest of the state, rain amounts mostly in the 1 to 3 inch range. So let's break it down day by day, model fans. Here we go, the GFS. OSA, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. And again, we've got a broad positive tilt trough off to the west. And the soupy air stays in place. But I want to stress, tomorrow it's not going to be a rainy type day. But yes, no doubt there could be some showers and storms around. Here's the high-res HER model, valid tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. And again, you can see spotty showers and storms about. And where the storms do form, they could be fairly strong. But again, it's just not really a severe weather setup. And a pretty good part of the day could be dry for most of the state, much like today. So yes, showers about, but not a rainy day at all. So let's go to Friday. And again, we'll forecast periods of rain. And again, we stress it's not going to rain all day and all night, but we'll have rain at times. There might be a rumble of thunder, not expecting any problems with severe storms. Highs will be in the 70s. And, of course, a bunch of questions about the weekend, as always. So this is Saturday. And, again, with the upper low to the west, a moist air mass in place, we're forecasting periods of rain. And, of course, everybody wants to know about a specific event at a certain time, and it's beyond the science to resolve that at this point. I can't tell you exactly when and where it's going to rain, when it's going to start and stop, but just be aware that if you've got something outdoors, we'll have rain around, periods of rain, occasional rain, but not raining all day, and not necessarily raining everywhere, but most spots should see some rain on Saturday with highs in the low to mid-70s. And really, there's no change on Sunday. The pattern's pretty stagnant. Periods of rain, cloudy, highs low to mid-70s in most spots. Nothing severe. So let's go to next week on Monday. No real change. Same thing. Cloudy, periods of rain. And then Tuesday, the upper trough finally begins to open up and lift out. And we'll still mention showers on Tuesday, maybe mainly for the northern counties of the state, but the pattern is certainly trending drier. And this is a week from today, Wednesday, May 14th. We have a northwest flow aloft on the backside of that departing trough, and that would be a dry, warmer day with highs getting up into the 80s. Let's go out 10 days. Saturday, May 17th. Look at the upper high over the Gulf. And that's nosing in here from the south. We have a big trough in the west, a trough north of the Great Lakes. But with that upper ridge, that means dry and kind of hot weather. I mean, we might be touching 90 out there toward the end of next week. And the better chance of any showers north of here on top of the ridge over Tennessee. Rain for Birmingham off the European ensemble. The mean right at 3 inches between now and the 22nd of May. Temperatures coming off the national blend of models. Probably 80s tomorrow, since a pretty good chunk of the day will be dry. Much like today, the sun kind of breaks out low to mid 80s. But understand, yes, a chance of showers and storms tomorrow afternoon in scattered spots. And then numbers come down for the weekend with rain becoming more widespread. Highs in the low 70s on Saturday and Sunday. But look at next week as that upper ridge builds in. Highs getting into the upper 80s. This is 89 showing up here for Friday and Saturday, May 16th and 17th. That'll be a summer preview. And for the summer fans, you'll like this map. Just in. The long-range guidance, this is for May 15th through May 21st with the ridge. Temperatures will likely be above average and most likely will be up in the low 90s at some point during that time frame. And we all know it can be pretty hot around here toward the end of May. Temperatures below average out west because of the trough there. Hey, let's roll some Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. I like these guys. What a crowd. They're pumped up. Creekside Elementary School, those are the third graders. Had a great time today, and not only did we see the third graders, but we also saw the fourth graders, these guys. A couple of good sessions. That's a really good school. We did some storm spotting for them. We talked about weather forecasting, weather instruments, hurricanes, tornadoes, thunderstorms, and a lot more. Really good session today. Love the teachers there and the kids. Great time up at Creekside Elementary School in East Limestone, up in the Tennessee Valley. Thanks a lot for a great visit earlier today. You know, you guys are looking good. So back to the radar. We are live at 3:03 on this Wednesday afternoon, and we're watching this mesoscale convective system, big old massive rain and storms moving along the Gulf Coast. Large masses of rain there in New Orleans. The rain is ending in New Orleans now, the rain over the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And you can see the rain beginning to expand into Mobile County and Baldwin County. The rain mainly south of Interstate 10, but everybody over southwest Alabama and the Florida Panhandle will see a lot of rain this afternoon and tonight. But again, that will effectively kind of block the good inflow of moisture up into the rest of the state. So any showers tonight over the northern county should be fairly isolated. So tomorrow, going to be in Gadsden. It's Stripling Elementary School for a program there. Friday, going to be in Blount County. Going to be at Southeastern Elementary and then Hayden Primary for a couple of stops there. And again, we have no book signing this Saturday, and the next book signing is going to be Saturday, May 17th, a week from Saturday at Tannehill State Park at their trade days. And we'll have more about that as we get closer. And of course, hey, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock right across the hall in Studio A. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.